This is Miko. Please do meet my new student, Miko. For Pogchamps 3, she's gonna be among my students. Technician and streamer CodeMiko is revolutionizing the digital space. With over 2 million active broadcasters on the streaming platform Twitch, CodeMiko broke boundaries with a more innovative way to engage with her audience. With the concept of the virtual streamer has recently been on the rise, the streamer has elevated the animated concept into a sophisticated digital project. The creator often shifts between her two personas, the digital CodeMiko, together with the developer behind the character known as the Technician, engineering and rigging, mapping Miko's body to fluently mirror the Technician's movements. Here's how she does it. That's the Technician here. Meet the Technician on the left and Miko on the right. It's just fascinating. The technician behind the project CodeMiko has designed the character to be quasi-interactive. This means that the viewers can alter the character's physical characteristics and the surroundings by engaging in chat. The interactive nature of the stream is even subtly noted as the live chat is displayed as a text graphic across CodeMiko's digital sweater. While the character was entirely modeled and developed by the technician, many of the environmental features are sourced from the Unreal Engine software market and later customized. Under continuous development, the technician often exhibits the mirrored split screen on the stream, wearing her Sense Motion capture suit to demonstrate her latest new updates and interactive features as demonstrated in her tweets below. As she has great coding skills, the project seems pretty difficult for a one-dev project. Absolutely, she designed it all by herself. It's a one-person team, developing it, running it, streaming through it, and also acting it out, because it takes quite some acting skills to be Miko, to be that persona.
Haha.
Yeah, there we go. We did it.
We did it. Miko, you played so well for someone who has never taken chess lessons. You really did so well.
Really? I took it with Anna.
Yeah, you already had a lesson with Cutie earlier, so it shows, but...
Sorry, not Anna. sorry, Cutie.
It's okay. We are the same person, basically, because Cutie always coaches the students I'm gonna work with, because I don't know if you know, but my other Pogchamps student is Pocky, so I'm coaching you and Pocky for Pogchamps.
Pocky from Pokemon?
Yes. Both of you are my students for Pogchamps.
Yay!
I know you have some really
Pokemon
cool merch.
Queen.
Yeah, I know you have her merch and all.
So green. Wait, so I'm really excited. Coach me!
I'm
Coach
glad.
me, teacher!
Oh shoot, now that I turned on my camera, it moved your camera. Yeah, 1 second. I'm gonna fix this so that people can see you properly. I really thought you must have taken some lessons before, because I felt like the lesson with Cutie, you did know a couple of things already. You said
I know the rules of chess. Yeah. Like, I know where the pieces go and how to, like, eat pieces and stuff. But I don't know any of, like moves or, like, good general advice type of thing. Like, I didn't know about, like, conquering the center of the board is important. That was cool to learn about. I didn't know how to ladder. That was cool. She taught me how to ladder to checkmate. I don't really know any openings either. So I just know, like, how the chess pieces move from Harry Potter.
From Harry Potter? Okay. I remember asking you whether you have seen the Queen's Gambit. Now I know where your chess passion comes from Harry Potter. I also love Harry Potter. The wizard chess in Harry Potter is amazing. Basically, I learned to play chess because of a game like that too, because there was a very old computer game called Battle Chess, where when the pieces move, they fight against each other and they kill each other, much like in the Harry Potter chess.
Nice!
Yeah, that's how I learned to play chess.
So teach me, teacher.
I'm
so excited.
I do. Let me open a separate board, and I'm going to invite you to that just the way Cutie has done so. I was very impressed with your session. I was following it along. I was lurking live, and also then I watched the part of the VOD that I couldn't catch live, because I need to be a good coach and I need to know what you already know. So that was very impressive with the ladder, checkmate, castling. She has also taught you about some of the principles when it comes to fighting for the center and developing moves. That was all brilliant work by Cutie. Shout out to Cutie being an amazing coach. She is.
She's amazing. I'd love her.
I know. I think you're gonna get there one day. I remember that part of the stream when you asked her how can you replace Ludwig. I think you're gonna get there one day, Miko, because
Yes.
I can see the potential, and I think there's always hope. There's always hope.
Hell yes.
I just need you to go to chess.com, play live chess again, and then wait for an invitation.
Play live chess.
Yeah. Do you see an
Like
invite
this?
in the bottom right corner of your screen? Is there
I'm
something?
sorry, say that one more time?
Yeah, in the bottom right corner, there should be a tiny invitation. It should say Anna Chess is inviting you. Did it pop up, or will I invite you again? It's quick. It might not be there anymore. If you're you're at chess.com, you click on play live chess, and then in the bottom right corner of the screen.
Oh, I got it.
See that?
Accept.
Amazing.
Oh, cool! We did it.
Yes, amazing. So now
Okay.
if you move a piece, I should be able to see it, and you should see when I move. Do you see that I have made a move for white?
Yeah.
Great. What we're gonna do here first is that we're gonna play a little game within the game, and we're gonna try to learn about what's good to do at chess and what's not good to do. So I'm gonna be testing you whether you can decide whether a move is good or bad. So you will be making moves, the moves you would do normally. You can play with the white pieces. Excellent. And I'm gonna be making moves that you will need to tell me whether they are good or bad, and we're gonna then decide why each move is good or bad. Do you think this response for black? So you have pushed your pawn in the center, right? How about this pawn push? How do you see that move? Good or bad? Whatever you think about it, really.
Because you moved a piece.
You moved a piece, so yeah, that's a bonus. When it comes to fighting for the center, do you think this move fights for the center?
No, because it's on the side.
It's on the side. So is your pawn push better than mine?
Yes, mine was better.
Very good job. So we're going to be aiming for pawn pushes, especially in the center. The center is the middle of the board, these 4 squares. That's what we call the center. You're going to try to push your pawns toward the center, and your pieces too will be moving toward the center. You can't have all your pieces there because it's only 4 squares and we have way more pieces. But that's the direction. We are going in that direction.
Gotcha.
So make another move for white, now that you know in which direction we are aiming, and my move is not really the best. Amazing! You have now 2 pawns in the center. Very good job. Excellent. Those are the best moves, the best 2 starting moves, because you control with your pawns the center. And when you push your pawns, it opens up the path for the rest of your pieces. Because if you look at the starting position, these pawns, we have 8 soldiers. Those tiny soldiers are in the way of the rest of the pieces, right? You cannot move them. Yeah, they are in the way. Exactly. Yeah. You cannot move your pieces because of the pawns, so we need to push them. But you don't need to push all of them. So we're going to be very smart with which pawns to push. And these central pawns, the E and the D, they all have names. If you look, there are coordinates on the board. You don't have to read the coordinates. It's just so that if you hear someone saying E4, D4, it's because there are coordinates, letters and numbers.
Okay.
You see that each square has a name.
Mm-hmm.
So you can connect like the queen. On what square is the queen? Do you know the name of that square?
D1.
Very good. Yeah, that's how you read the coordinates, but you don't have to do this during Pogchamps. It's just in case you hear it so that you know where to look, how to find it.
Okay.
Very good job. I'm going to make another move and ask you if you think it's a good move or bad one for me. What am I doing?
Bad, because it's not in the center.
Very good job. Yes, I'm developing my knight, right? So that part is good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the direction is the wrong one. You are right. I'm supposed to be going toward the center and not away from it.
Oh.
It's also saying that the knight on the rim is dim, and it's true. It's a very sad piece. They don't like it there on the edge of the board. They don't have much space. Yeah, very very silly knight there on the edge. Yeah. Very good. Let's make another good move for white. Yes.
On the rim is dim.
It is. It's very dim.
And hence it shall eat my ass. Soon to come.
What's
sorry,
next
Anna.
for white? No worries.
PG-13 stream. Rated R stream. Sorry.
It's alright.
Sorry, Anna's chat. I'm a rated R
no
streamer. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, right. Moving the pieces.
Yeah. Next move for white. Excellent. What are you doing? What's your move for?
I'm conquering the center.
Yes, you're
Of my
developing your
space.
pieces and you're going toward the center. Very good job. I'm gonna make another move for black, and you tell me if you think it's good or bad.
It's good because it's going to the center, but
Yeah.
it's bad because you're only moving one piece, and you should be moving your other pieces.
Yes, exactly. You should think of every move as a time unit. So we all get one time unit per turn. It's my turn, then your turn, my turn, your turn. So you should be very smart about how you spend your time for the moves. And if I keep moving the same piece, as you said, it means I'm not doing anything about the rest of my pieces. So
Yeah.
very good job that overall I'm not doing well here. Let's make a move for white. Let's find a
Okay.
good move here. Excellent. You're doing the same with the other bishop. Nice.
Twinsies.
Twinsies indeed. I like it. Excellent. I'm gonna attack that bishop and ask you again. Do you think this is a good or bad move?
That's a good move because you're being aggressive.
I'm being aggressive. Do you think it's good to be aggressive at chess?
Not all the time because
Not
now
all
I
the
can
time.
eat you.
Excellent job. You noticed that I wanted to capture your bishop, but you could take my pawn first. So very nicely done.
Naughty.
How about this move? Is it good or bad?
It's aggressive.
It's aggressive, yeah. What do I want?
Then you want my bishop, but
I
I
do.
want your rook. And now I'm in the center of the board.
Excellent job. You're defending your bishop and at the same time controlling more and more space in the center. Look at you, girl. Well done. Nice. Amazing. If I were to take your bishop, are you happy about this capture? Is it good for you or
Yes,
for me?
because I get your rook, and I
Yeah.
like rook better for
Excellent.
some reason.
Do you know the value of the pieces? Do you know in a point system what would be the value of each piece, or will I teach
Actually,
you?
I don't really know. I just like rook because it goes straight up and down, and it makes me happier.
Well, I like that explanation, and the rook is a very valuable piece. So we have the pawns, which are the least valuable. You could say the value of the pawn is 1 point, or we can count everything in 1 pawn. Let's say 1 point is the pawn. Then the knights and the bishops are next. They are each worth 3 points. So a knight is 3, a bishop is 3. They are about the same value, a knight and the bishop. The rook is more valuable than a knight or the bishop. They are about 5 points. And the queen is the most valuable, apart from the king, of course, which is the objective of the game. The queen is 9 points. Loads of points.
Wait, what was the knight again?
The knight was 3. So let's recap this. The pawn
Okay.
is only 1. We're going to start with that. They are the least valuable. Then the knight is 3 points. Bishop is 3 too. So bishop and knight, same value approximately. Rook is 5 and the queen is 9. And this value system is good to think about these trades. So when you see, because you said that you like the rook, so you were happy about it, but now you also know that also in the value, the worth of the piece, the rook is more valuable than what I get for it. I'm giving up a rook and I'm getting a bishop. So it's not a good deal. I'm getting 3 points, you're getting 5.
Hell yes.
Very good job. Nicely done. I'm gonna make another move and see what you think about it. Is this good or bad?
It is a smart move because it is going to the center.
Yes, in a way, yes. This is gonna be a bit more complex to understand, but you do want to go toward the center, so it's true that it's controlling one of the central squares. One issue about this pawn push, every move has its pros and cons. Every move will have some drawbacks, and this pawn push has a drawback that it makes the black king a lot more airy. There's like some space toward the path toward the king. If you look at that diagonal, when the pawn is here, that king is sheltered. It's very difficult to get to it because it's all surrounded with his army. And when you push this pawn, there will be a path toward the king. And that's an issue. So, yes! Very good job, you noticed. You can give that check with the queen. It's almost checkmate.
Oh, but you can block it with that little dude.
Yeah, that's my only move. If it wasn't for the little dude, I would already have had to thank you for the game, GG, because my king has nowhere to go. It cannot move anywhere. Nicely done. Yeah, I have to push this pawn. That's my only move. That's my only move. Very good, very good. What do we do now? What do you think I want?
I moved the queen.
Yes! Yeah, because we don't play the Botas Gambit. You're gonna hear this a lot in the chess community, the Botas Gambit. We don't play the Botas Gambit. We accept the Botas Gambit. This is what we need to learn.
True.
Okay, that would normally be a good move, but this is gonna be a bit difficult for now, but on the long run you will learn that there are very tricky jumps with the knight. So we were saying how that knight wasn't doing a good job because black was only moving the knight, moving it 2 times already, and now black could move the knight a 3rd time. Why this move is a good move for black?
Because now you can eat my queen.
Yes, you noticed it. So
and you're getting my check.
Exactly. This is called a fork. Because just like with the utensil, I guess the idea is the fork can pinch more things at the same time. And now the horsey here, the knight is attacking the king, the queen, and even the bishop at the same time. If you look at all those pieces are attacked.
5 head!
It's 5 head.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna solve for the tournament. We're gonna solve puzzles so that you can train this vision. This is called tactical vision. When you spot moves like this that win a piece or give checkmate, we're gonna train this. We're gonna train your vision. I'm gonna help you with this so that you notice winning moves like this. Because in Pogchamps, most of the games will be decided by moments like this. When there's a knight jump, a checkmate pattern, a pin. And I'm gonna teach you all that. I'm gonna teach you how to spot these. But it's tricky at the start, but we have time. We still have a month till Pogchamps, and you're gonna be super 5 head by the start of the tournament, I promise.
So I guess this one better move is to just go back?
We have to. Normally your intuition was good that the queen would be more active on that square, but because this knight is so annoying, we had to prevent this check. True.
Oh, wow. Okay,
yeah, it's 5 head. 5 head play.
5 head, okay.
Absolute 5 head. How about I make, let's say, this move? Is this a good move or a bad move?
It's an okay move. I think it might be a good move because now your bishop can go to 2 places. Right?
Yep.
It clears a way for your bishop.
It opens up the diagonal of the bishop. Very good job. Excellent. Oh, I realize my webcam is super on the side. I'm gonna center this. I wasn't watching. Where is it? I have the other camera on my end, and the webcam is like totally out of it. I hope the frame is better now. Did I move it? I don't know. I'm just trying to. Did you see my David Hasselhoff, by the way?
No, what's that?
I have. Are you ready to see this?
Yes.
Can you see it? Does it show there? Wait, which camera? Do you see me in this camera or in the other one? Do you see me here?
I see. I see. Wait, that one.
This one.
That one.
Oh,
yeah.
And it's more difficult. You know what? Because it's you and I love you, I'm gonna bring him here for you. Are you ready?
Yeah. Oh.
This is my David Hasselhoff.
Wow!
I know, right?
Where'd you get him?
I got it from my Secret Santa Cutie, actually. Cutie Cinderella organized a Secret Santa, and from my Secret Santa, I got this real life David Hasselhoff.
Really?
It's real size. It's his actual height and all. Yeah, his muscles, everything.
Wow, that's
I know.
amazing. That's really cool.
Yeah, I was
Straight
so
from
happy.
SpongeBob. That's awesome, Anna. I want a big ass cardboard cutout of something.
Oh, I would love to have a cardboard cutout of CodeMiko in my studio.
What? Me? I don't know if you want that. I'll be staring at you like this.
I
Do you
would
really
love
want-
that. I think you're so entertaining and so cute, and it's like, yeah, it's chaotic wholesome what you bring, the vibes. I have been watching your shows already for quite some time, and I was so
Really?
happy to be assigned to you as a coach. Yes.
Oh my god! I didn't know you watched me, Anna. It's such an honor.
I do watch you. I think you do such an amazing job with the interviews, because it always goes to like some really serious and deep topics, and other times it's just hilarious and fun. It's like a mix of entertainment, but also I think you just try to get to know your guests very well, and you ask some really good
Aw.
questions. The
Thank you
technician
so
is doing a
much.
very good job. Can I also praise the technician?
Thank you so much. What did you say? Technicians are doing a very good job, and what?
Yeah, the technician is doing a great job. The way she designed you, the way she has built
Oh.
your world, the way she's performing your character too, because I know it's a lot of effort with the suit and what you need to wear on your head and just to be able to keep up with the whole character.
Oh, Anna, stop
Um,
it.
No, it's
Stop.
mind blowing what you have created. I hope more and more people will realize that this is insane what you have built.
Ah,
It's true.
stop. I can't do compliments. My
It's
face
true.
is red. I look like I drank some soju or something.
Oh, what did I
got
do
the
on my
super
screen?
Asian flush. Oh my god. Anna,
It's true.
I am also really happy about this chess learning thing. You're super five head. Those
Thank
moves
you.
were insane. That was a super high five head moves.
Thank you. I have you frozen on my screen. I don't know what I did. I think it was the David Hasselhoff. I think it couldn't deal with how beautiful David is.
Oh, sometimes you just have to like go back to the Discord where I'm moving, like
Yeah.
that window, and
If I
then
go
just
back-
don't minimize it. Just pull up OBS on top
Oh.
of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
what
That's
happened?
that's what usually happens.
No, it's not showing up. I don't understand.
Really?
I don't know, what did I do?
Do you see me?
I see you on my screen. Oh, it's moving now. Yes.
Okay, cool.
It's super zoomed in. I think it's zooming in on you because it realized that you're a big brain and like we need to zoom in on you fully. And we got another raid from
brain.
Hannah. Can you please tell the viewers coming from Hannah's channel too why they should tune into CodeMiko? Because I want more people to know about you. That's my mission here.
You're so sweet. I am a VTuber, and I do like interview type hangout shows. I punish my chats left and right when they're being bad. I am learning chess and learning that I have much to learn from Miss Anna.
I'm here to teach. I'm here to
And-
help, Miko.
Oh, and I'm learning that I have a potty mouth.
Oh,
So welcome,
sometimes, but
welcome,
also you talk a lot
everybody.
about food. Also, you talk a lot
That's
about
true.
food, and that's
Really?
appreciated.
That's to pizzaroni.
Hannah also plays chess sometimes on her stream. Thank you so much, Hannah, for the raid.
Thank you, Hannah, for the raid.
Yes, raids are wholesome, chaotic wholesome. No, wholesome.
Wait, am I? Oh, is it my turn?
Yes. So we were talking about this before I brought up David Hasselhoff. Apologies for the segment about David Hasselhoff. He's a huge meme on my channel. You will see.
Wait, I think Okay, should I? Do I? Okay, I'm gonna make a move.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. What are you doing?
I am attacking that knight. I don't like it.
Yeah. So the idea of attacking the knight is good because you remember that knight was very annoying, right? With the
Yeah.
jumps. So I like the idea. The idea is good that you want to get rid of it. What we will need to refine a little bit here. You have the right idea. We need to find the right execution.
Okay.
Because you also told me that when I was moving the knight at the start 2 times, that wasn't the best, right? Because I'm using the time units I have, my turns, I'm using it for moving the same piece. And that means the rest of my pieces are not doing anything. So I want you to think of your pieces the same way, and I want you to not move the same piece twice if you can avoid it. So we're gonna try to go back to this position. Sorry, I'm confusing you here with the back and forth. But because this bishop is already standing well where it is, let's try.
I get it. I see. Okay. So I gotta move my other pieces and get the knight to go bye-bye.
Yes, we try. Exactly. That pawn push is great. That pawn push is great. Amazing job. So you are doing the same. The idea is the same. You want the knight to go back. Where can I go? Can you tell me where can that knight go?
D3.
What happens to the knight if it goes to D3?
I eat it with my queen.
Very good job. Excellent.
Now it's bye-bye.
It's bye-bye. Did I have any better squares? Yeah, it is.
Better squares to move the knight?
Yeah. Do I have any square on which you will not capture me and on which you will not win my piece?
Right here. C2.
What happens if the knight moves there?
I eat it.
You eat it again. Good job. Nice. So
wait,
what is it that I can do?
Oh,
is there any squares? Yeah, can I go anywhere?
Oh, sorry. It is D5. Right?
What happens to the knight if I move to D5?
Oh, fuck. Okay, sorry. Okay, wait. Go back. I eat it. I just want to eat it. Then you have to go back to, where were you? Right here? Oh, you have to go back to 6. No, I still eat it. Oh, you have to go back to,
Yeah, is there any squares to which I can go without being captured?
No, you just get eaten.
Very good. We call this that the knight is trapped. It's trapped because it has nowhere to go. Whatever I do, you're gonna capture it. You're gonna eat it. So I'm gonna try to move it somewhere because in case you don't see that you can take it, that's what your opponents will do. But very good job finding that pawn push and trapping my knight. It was trapped. Nicely done. So you're capturing my knight, which is more valuable than the pawn that I can get for it. I'm gonna take this pawn, but I took a pawn, you took a knight. Not a good deal for me.
Now I have to move my pieces.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna move my knight.
Excellent job. Why are you moving the knight to that square?
Because it's more center?
Exactly. Very good job. Usually you will move that knight to that. That was the correct answer. I was testing whether you know the reasoning behind it. 5 head Miko.
5 head Miko.
5 head. I'm gonna make another move and see what you think about it. I'm gonna move my bishop here. Is this a good or a bad move?
It's a good move because you just have to move your knight in order to castle with the rook.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to castle too. Very good. And I haven't blundered my bishop, right? It's not gonna be captured at least, so it's a decent move. Yes.
Fettuccine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my turn.
Yes.
And then I castle.
Very good job. Nicely done. One thing about castling, this is how you do it, right? You remember that Cutie told you to move the king over the rook, and I think she also told you that the king and the rook should not have moved before. So the rule is neither the king nor the rook must make any moves before. If you have moved earlier in this very same game, if you already moved your rook or your king, and then you cannot castle ever if you move the king.
Okay.
Or if this rook, let me show you. I'm just gonna make a random move here. Ignore me. If this move has happened for whatever reason, And even if you go back to the same square, so even if you have the king and the rook on those squares, try to castle now. Try to move the king over the rook. It doesn't let you, right?
Yeah.
So even if you come back at some point to the same initial squares, because you already moved the rook, you cannot castle to that flank. You could castle to the other one. You remember you can go both ways. So there's a short side in which you can castle, and there's a long side, depending on which side you pick. Normally you will go the short side. We call it castle king side. It's on the side of the king. If you look at the board, as it's all symmetrical except for the king and the queen. On the right side you have your king, and on the left side the queen. You're gonna try to castle in most games, if not every single game, to that side, the king side.
Okay.
So it means that you will always want to try. Exactly. No, please do give shout outs and anything that you want. I know that you're handling the stream at the same time, and your streams are very interactive. So please do it the same way as you would normally do it.
Okay.
I feel like I'm intimidating you.
Oh no! Wait, what are we doing now?
Yeah.
Are we?
Yeah. So I just went back a couple of moves because.
Okay.
What we're gonna do at the start of the game, as you did very well with the pawn pushes to aim for the center. So you push those pawns in the middle of the board. You try to get your pieces out. That means to develop your pieces. But first and foremost, we're gonna develop the pieces that are on this side. So this game you did very well, but we're gonna refine it a little bit so that you first and foremost get these two out. Because that means that you can castle sooner.
Okay.
The reason why you castle is because it's gonna make your king safer. Once you castle, these pieces will become your bodyguards. I'm just gonna make a random move order. Basically, we are aiming for something like this, that your knight is out, your bishop is out, and you castled. If you do this at the start of every game at Pogchamps, you're off to a good start. Because these pawns in front of your king will be your bodyguards. They will be the ones helping your king to keep it protected. And then you can develop the rest of your pieces. But this game you played very well. So those moves that you played are very good. We are just refining it even more. We're gonna pick it up from here though, because I want you to win this game. I want you to beat me in this game because you already are a piece up. Sorry if it's too much back and forth, and please always ask if you have any questions, because I know it can be a lot of information at once. I know this can be too much. Do you have any questions up to now?
Not yet.
Okay. So we were making these moves and you castled. What I was also going to say about castling, that if you are in check, do you think you can castle, or you think it's not possible? What's your feeling about this?
I guess it depends on the check.
Yeah, so look at this now. My queen is giving check to your king. Do you think you are allowed to castle?
Yes. No.
Try.
I can't castle.
Yeah. That's a tricky thing about castling, that anything that involves a check, you cannot. If you are in check, you can't castle. If you go through a check square, that would also be illegal, and you cannot castle into check. Let me show you. It's always a lot easier if there's an example, and I feel like I'm giving you tons of information without showing it on the board. I just need to keep modifying the position, so please ignore what I'm doing. But if I had a bishop here, try to castle again. Try to move the king there.
I cannot.
Yeah, and the reason for that is because the move castle, step by step, would be that the king is literally going through this square. It goes through this square and then it lands here. So it crosses a square that's being targeted by the opponent's piece. It would be check. You would go through a check. And you cannot.
Okay.
So that's why it's illegal. Anything that's check and castling makes it illegal. You can only castle if you are not in check and if you don't go through check.
Got it.
Amazing. So in this game, you did a lot better. You castled before I could give a check to you. And now I'm going to make another move. I'm going to make this move. And again, the task is this a good or bad move for me?
It is an okay move.
Mm-hmm.
For you are developing your pieces, but you're moving away from the center of the board.
Very good job, Miko. I'm so proud of you. Indeed. What would have
Thank
been
you.
a better move? What would have been a better move for black instead of that knight jump? What to do here?
The better move, you ask me.
Mm-hmm. I
The
ask you
better
because you're
move.
5-head, and I know you can. I know you can find a better move here.
The better move for the knight
Mm-hmm.
would have been to e7.
Very good job. You even know the name of the square. Nicely done.
Mhm.
Why is that a better
Yes.
move?
It is a better move because you're protecting the king as well as going towards more center of the board.
Very good job protecting the king. I was expecting you to say that it's going toward the center, but you also noticed that it's kind of a shield in front of the king. It helps your king to be protected for now, and then you castle, then the bishop and the pawns will be protecting it. Good job.
Yes. Thank you, Rigatoni.
Very good job. And since I made this bad move, knight on the rim is dim, remember, what is it that you can do here? I want to castle.
Uh-huh.
And once I castle, my king will be safer. Can you prevent me from castling?
I can indeed prevent you from castling
How can you do that?
by moving a piece of mine.
Let's see. Which piece? Excellent! Why does that prevent castling?
Because now you're in check.
I'm in check, I cannot castle! Excellent!
Yes, you cannot castle.
Very good job. What can I do? What can I do here?
You must move the queen in front of the king to protect it from my rook.
I would have to either use the queen, exactly, as a shield
Or-
between the king and the rook, or what other option I have for countering
You
the check.
can move the king.
I can also move the king. Do you think any of these options is very appealing to me? Is this a good position for me?
No, you are in a doo-doo.
I am indeed. Very good job, Miko. Excellent.
Yes.
I'm gonna move the king here, and let's see how you
Okay.
continue. You already have castled and you developed most of your pieces. I mean, many of your pieces, but we're gonna try to get all the pieces into the game because you want to use your full army. You want to be relying on every single piece. You want to make sure they are all participating. Excellent job. Going toward the center again. Nice. I'm gonna make another move and see what you think about it. I'm gonna place this pawn here. Is this a good or bad move? What do you think?
You are giving more space for the bishop. For the black bishop.
Yes,
That one. Yes, that one.
exactly. I have opened up the diagonal for the bishop. Very good job.
And now, and you've also developed a pawn.
Yeah,
And you move the piece.
yeah. So I push the pawn to open up the path of the bishop. It also gives some room for the queen, right? And it controls some of the central squares.
Yes. Yes.
Now, does it
Yes.
counter what your knight jump was doing? When you made this knight move, what is it that you are threatening?
I am threatening this pawn, but making that move, I am still threatening the pawn.
Very good job. I didn't parry your threat. So what will you play here?
I will eat the pawn.
Excellent. Excellent job.
Rigatoni.
Indeed. I'm gonna place my bishop here. Is this a good or bad move?
It is a good move, for you are attacking my knight.
Yep.
But it is also a trade, because now I can also eat with the queen once you eat. Actually, I can eat with my pawn once you eat my knight. So it is an aggressive move.
Can you tell us what's happening behind you for those who don't know your shows? I think I know what's happening, but can you tell the rest of the viewers what has just happened behind you?
Oh, I just got a gift sub. Thank you so much, dear. Who was it? Dear Nami for gifting. Oh, and Jeff Rormas gifting 5 tier 1 subs to the community. Thank you. What is happening here is that the streamer, me, is making money. And I really enjoy the 5 tier 1 subs to the community.
Oh.
Thank you so much. Oh my god, Ross Taku gifting 5 tier 1 subs to the community. Thank you so much.
That's very generous. Thank you so much.
Yes,
You're supporting the right channel.
generous.
You're supporting
Very,
the right
very
channel.
generous. So, shall we keep going?
Yes, exactly.
I'm so sorry. I keep making more
No, you
money.
deserve all the gifts. You deserve all the gifts,
Ding
Miko.
dong, Dutchy, thank you so much for gifting 5 tier 1 subs to my community. I really appreciate it. Okay, now next.
We were talking about
Okay,
this
I'm
bishop.
sorry,
So many gifts. No, please do. Please do.
Dutchy for gifting 5 tier 1 subs to the community. I really appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I really need like a costume that's more 5-head. You know what, guys? Can you give me a 5-head for this? I'm gonna ask my chat to give me a 5-head for this chess.
Sure. What does that look like? Oh my! I also am getting gifted, so thank you so much, Diggy. I don't have presents jumping behind me. I wish I had the animation and the game world that Miko has, but I don't.
Give me that 5-head. Thank you so much.
Look at you, 5-head lady. That's almost 10-head at this stage. What you are.
I know.
You're
It's because
beautiful.
you're doing such a good job as a coach, Miss Anna.
Oh, thank you. You're a very good student, Miko. I can
Thank
see that
you.
10-head incoming. 10-head.
Thank you. Now, shall we keep going with this chess
Yes.
game?
Yeah, and let me know until what time do you have time, because I know you have a very important game with Ludwig and Moist Critical.
Oh, in an hour we're doing this thing called Hive Mind. It is for peasants, but I have promised Twitch that I will participate. So
I see. I'm glad you're participating, and I know this is some kind of a 5-head strategy because both Ludwig and Moist Critical will be your potential opponents at Pogchamps. So we are already going inside their brains with this game that you're gonna be playing today. I know this is all part of the actual Pogchamp strategy. I noticed.
I will lure them into my rigatoni and pizzerina, and I will make them so confused. Why is she shouting Italian sausages and pastas? They will be all up in their heads.
They will be. I think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna be brilliant. I wish they could listen to you. I think that would be a great addition to chess. That the way you played against Super, so that you are on a call with each other and you can talk to each other. Austin played like that against Connor Eats Pants, but normally that's not how chess competitions work. I think that would be a great addition, and you can trash talk and banter while you're playing the game.
True. Best chess plays is when you can trash talk. And my trash talk will be about rigatoni and mozzarella, and they'll be so confused.
Very intimidating trash talk, I must say, Miko.
They'll just keep getting hungry. Hungry and hangry, they will become weak.
Exactly. Now that you are 5-head, also physically, I already knew you were 5-head, but you're now showing your true form. Let's see, what do we think about this bishop move? Again, you said it's a good move because it attacks the knight, but it's a trade of equal pieces, right? Because we know the bishop and the knight are the same value. So that trade would be the same value if I take. What would you play here? What would be your next move?
I will attack the bishop even further.
That's good thinking, especially when the opponent's piece is active, just like it was with my knight here. Remember when it was on the other side of the board, my knight? You attacked it with the pawn, and now you're doing the same. It makes me have to take a decision whether to trade my bishop or move it away, but I have to react to this unless you're gonna capture me. So I have to run or trade. I'm gonna trade.
Oof. Trade you have, my dear. And thus I shall capture you with my pawn.
Now let's think which capture is better for you. So you have two options, right? You can take the bishop with the queen, or you can take it with the pawn. What do you think of each?
You have made my thinking brain.
I do. I see that 5-head and I know that you know it.
I would say because you questioned my pawn move, I would say maybe the queen is better.
I think you just wanted to show all the viewers that we're gonna compare these two moves. So you took with the pawn so that now we compare. What do you think is the difference?
You see, I think if I move the queen here, if my knight ever moves away, I can attack the king.
True. If you click with, by the way, I think if you want to draw, if you click with well, oh my god, I have a left-handed mouse. Would it be right side? No. Right-handed left. So it's the opposite.
Yes.
Then you can color and you can draw.
Ooh.
Wanna try? Excellent. Yeah. So you can point at the squares you're looking at. You were saying that you would move the knight away. Thank you so much to OzDiver2 for the raid. Miko, I'm gonna ask you if you don't mind, because we have so many new viewers every time. Can you please say to OzDiver's viewers too, who plays Death by Daylight, and he also plays chess sometimes on his streams, can you tell them why they should tune into your streams?
You should tune into my streams because Death by Daylight is a peasant's game. In my stream, we play very 5-head games such as the chess. And thus you shall come into my channel and watch me play some real games on Twitch.
Real games like chess. Ozdara is a student of mine too. He plays chess and Death by Daylight. And this is our first session with Miko, if you're just joining. Miko is a participant of Pogchamps 3. She will compete. She will compete in a field with Pokimane, Mr. Beast, Ludwig, XUC, Moist Critical, and the rest of the crew. Rain Wilson. Do you have any favorites opponents among this field? I think.
I want to dominate Ludwig.
I see.
So that I might steal his girlfriend, Cutie Cinderella, for myself.
That makes perfect sense. I thought you would say that, yeah.
Yes.
We're gonna train as hard as possible to beat Ludwig so that then you can steal Cutie. Yeah.
Yes.
That's our long-term plan.
Shall we move on, my queen?
Yes.
To the chess game.
Exactly. So you take with the queen instead of the pawn. What happens to your king if you take with the pawn? Can you see what's going on around your king?
Oof. I see that my king will be more barren. And his king penis is out in the open.
Yes.
I do not like it at all. I would decide that I will move not my pawn, but my queen.
Exactly. You want to make sure that these bodyguards are near your king and they don't go too far. This would damage your king side. It damages the protection around your king. So try to keep those pawns as they are. Usually you have them in one line, or you push this pawn on the flank. One of them you can push, but don't let all of them go far from your king.
Okay.
Keep them as close as you can.
So I shall eat with my queen. She was hungry anyway.
She was very hungry. Very good job, Miko. I'm gonna make another move here, and then you will decide if I'm doing the right thing or not. What do you think of this move?
Interesting move. Aggressive move. I would say that move is rigatoni. So I will move my bishop away from the threat. Right here. Because now my bishop is being protected by my queen and my knight.
It is. Very good job.
And my pawn.
It's a very safe square for the bishop.
And my rook.
Everything is guarding that bishop, right? So this is a really good move. I'm gonna teach you an even better one though, because we're gonna be like even more 5-head. Yeah, this is good, but we're gonna perfect your skills.
Okay.
To perfect your skills, we're gonna learn a new tactical pattern. It's a pattern. We call them when the queen and the king are staring into each other's souls from the distance, you can capture this pawn with the bishop. Can you tell me why the pawn cannot eat the bishop?
Because of the check. Because of the check.
5 head. So
Absolutely
can
five
I
head,
take
my
it?
lady.
Absolutely 5 head. Can I take this bishop? Is it a legal move to
You
take?
cannot.
I cannot take
You
it.
cannot
I
take the
cannot.
bishop,
I
my
cannot take
lady.
it. I cannot. Excellent.
And thus, I can even. I can take the knight if I want to, but if I take the knight, your bishop will take my bishop. Is that a good trade, my lady?
Good question if next turn you would want to take or not. But for now, are we happy about capturing this pawn? Do you think this was a good deal for us?
This is a good move for you, my lady.
Time to celebrate it for sure. Time to celebrate it for
Very
sure.
good.
5 head. 5 head.
I
for me.
drink for you, my lady, for that
Aw.
is a very fine move.
I'll cheer to that too. I only have water, not as fancy as champagne, but you did very well, Miko. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, my lady. So I will move this bishop
Yes,
right here.
exactly. So we're gonna be using these tools, these patterns, such as the pin, to win our games. Because these are moves that the opponent may not see, and you will see it because you're 5 head, and I'm gonna train you to be even more 5 head. You're gonna see them all. You're gonna see them all.
My lady, my pants, my smart pants are growing. My chess IQ is growing further than my 5 head penis. Thank you so much, Miss Queen.
I see you're well prepared for Pogchamps.
Yes, I am. I am more and more. My head is excited for more chess. Please do keep going with your lessons, my lady.
That's what we're gonna do, my lady. We're gonna try to make another move for black that you will judge whether it's a good or bad move. We're gonna move the queen here. What do you think of this?
My lady, it's an interesting move.
Mm-hmm.
You are attacking my pawn, I see.
Mm-hmm. Is the pawn in trouble? Am I threatening to eat it?
No, you're not, because you are not that much of a 3-head, my lady. I'm not sure what your game is here, my lady. It feels like I don't know if it. I don't think it's a good move, my lady. There's nothing I can see that makes it a good move, my lady.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're free to say that I made a really bad move. I'm
It's a
supposed
shit
to
move,
be
my
teaching.
lady.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's a shit move, my lady.
It is. So now that we determined that my move is not quite up to the standard of your moves, how to continue, how to proceed?
Well, my lady. So I am going to move my rook, my lady.
Excellent. Why are you doing that move?
I am threatening the queen, my lady. For I am going to take that pawn with my knight, my lady. But if you take my knight, my lady, I can take your queen with my rook.
You want to take this pawn?
Yes, so that I can... No. My knight will take the pawn.
Your knight will take the pawn, and if I take it with the queen, then you take it with the rook.
Yes,
I misunderstood the order.
And get the check of the king.
5 head. 5 head. What if I don't notice it and I play, for instance, this rook move, just to present your idea? And now let's think. You said you want to take here, right? So you have 2 options again. You have 2 pieces attacking it. You can choose which one you will start the capture with.
Lady, I still would choose to eat the pawn, my lady.
So you take with the knight because you want me to capture the knight, right? You want me to take this, and then you would
Yes.
eat my queen. Is that?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes these can work, that you bait your opponent to make a mistake. But other times, we're gonna force them give us the queen immediately. Like, we will not give them an option, because here black has an option. They can either take and blunder. We call this a blunder when it's a big mistake. They lose the queen, so it's a big mistake. It happens. Everyone makes mistakes. So this is an option. Another option is that they realize what you want, and maybe they move the queen away. And then we cannot take the queen, right? So
No, my lady.
what we're gonna do is we're gonna force them to give us the queen. What happens if you take the pawn but with a different move order? A move order is that instead of capturing with the knight, you capture first with the rook. What's the difference? What does this move do?
My brain has exploded, my lady.
It's okay. It can be a lot of information at once. I saw your sweater saying the correct solution. Well done, chat. Well done.
Oh.
Well done. So this is a lot of information at once, and chess can be overwhelming. Feel free to say this has been enough, and we take a look at this move. I'm gonna help you.
I will move my. Oh, okay. Wait. Is it your turn or my turn?
So we've just made this move. Rook takes pawn.
Yes.
And my question is, why this is an even stronger move? Your knight.
Because it's a check, my lady.
It's a check. What else does it do? It's a check.
It forces your queen to eat my knight, my lady. And thus I can eat the queen, my lady. It is stuck, my lady. You only have one move, my lady.
Exactly. You're giving a check by also attacking the queen, so I'm kind of forced to give up my queen for the rook. Either I have to take it, right? And then you capture it with the knight, so my queen is gone, bye-bye. Or if I don't want to take it, I still am in trouble because you will capture my queen. Very good job.
Yes, my lady.
So in your games at Pogchamps, we're gonna try to find opportunities like this. This is an opportunity to win material, because after this rook move, there's nothing I can do to keep my queen on the board. My king and queen are attacked at the same time. It's a double attack, we call it. So both of them are in trouble, and you always have to move the king out of check or capture the piece that's giving check. So I lost my queen. It's gone.
Aha! Thigh has shit thou pants, my lady.
Exactly. I'm gonna try to survive this game, but I think now I'm doing very, very poorly here. I'm gonna try to go for some last traps and tricks. Maybe I can try to take a few pieces of yours if you give them to me. Would you be so kind?
Sure, my lady. Anything for you.
You're too nice.
Thank you, my lady. But, my lady. Oof, my lady.
What do I want to do here? What do you think is my threat?
My lady, you are about to eat my knight, my lady. But I don't want you to. So I'm going to do that, my lady.
Excellent. What does that move do?
It protects my knight, my lady.
It protects your knight. Do you know what's this pawn called? In this
The
position.
pawn is called a peasant, my lady.
It is a peasant, but it's a really powerful peasant. That pawn has potential. Do you know
Like
what
a
it can...
mod, my lady.
Yes, indeed. That's a passed pawn. A passed pawn is a pawn that has a free path toward the other side of the board. And when it reaches the other side of the board, you know what happens to the pawn?
It becomes a queen, my lady.
Indeed. It's a fairy tale. The least valuable
Double
piece.
queen, my lady. It's
You can have a double
polygamy in
queen.
my country. Polygamy is not allowed unless it's in Alabama, my lady.
True, but Miko is allowed to have 2 queens or 3 or 4, as many as you like. Miko is allowed to.
True, my lady.
Nice.
Alright.
Very good move. This is the strongest move. One of the best moves you could have played to guard it, and at the same time you are preparing to get a new queen. Amazing job. I'm gonna move my king away. What does this do? What does my move do?
Your move attacks my bishop, my lady.
Mm-hmm.
But my lady, I must say, if you eat my bishop, I will attack with my queen, and thus you cannot eat my bishop, my lady. And I can take whatever pieces I want. I can take your knight, my lady. Oh, wait. And then you can take my bishop. Oh, wait. Oh, no. I can take your knight, my lady, or your pawn, my lady.
What did you notice about your bishop? Is it hanging? You were saying that I can take it, or can I not take it?
No. You cannot take my bishop, my lady, for my queen is attacking.
So I cannot take it with the king, right? But
Yes,
is that the
you
only
cannot.
piece that
Oh
tries
wait,
to
what the
eat
fuck?
the
What
bishop?
the fuck? I'm so sorry, my lady.
No worries.
I would like to sorry, my lady. I was not looking.
It's all right. This is tricky because earlier, remember that this pawn was pinned. It's a pin
Yes.
when the pawn cannot take the bishop because it would be check for the king. But
Yes.
once the king moves out, you need to be careful because the pin no longer exists.
Yes, my lady.
So this
I
is
cannot
this is
believe I
difficult.
did not see that.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
Wait,
totally
make
normal.
Wait, make that move again, my lady. For I
Yes.
have another move that I would like to make.
Sure.
My lady, I will have made this move, my lady.
Does that change if I can take the bishop with the pawn or not?
Oh, right, my lady. I forgot, my lady. For I have become a three-head at the moment. Please, redo.
It's all right. Let's try this again. Let's try this again.
Okay, my lady. Let's try this again. Okay, so my best move in this case, my lady, is to run away with my bishop.
Mm-hmm.
But what else I can do is run away with my bishop. But which way do I go, my lady? I think I'm going to go this way, my lady.
Very good. Can I capture the bishop on that square?
No, my lady. Not that I know of, my lady.
Very good. That's a safe square for your piece. That's something we will always do for Pogchamps as well, to always check whether the move you're thinking of is a safe move. Is it a safe spot for your piece? Is it a safe square? I don't know if it helps you visually, but now that you know how to draw, you can do that in game too. You can draw on the board. You can highlight where you want to move if it helps when you are thinking
Will they
of
see
a
my
move.
moves, my lady? Can I trick them while yelling out Pizzarona and drawing all these arrows in the board, my lady? Would that make them very confused?
Your viewers will see it, but not your opponent. So your
Oh,
opponent will
damn
not
it, my
know.
lady. Okay.
But that means you can draw on the board the winning pattern. You will draw on the board checkmate in 22 moves. You will see it all, 5-head. Your viewers will know it. Your opponent will not.
Amazing, my lady.
So if it helps, feel free to draw because it may help to visualize where your piece goes. Very, very good job. Bishop to h4. I'm struggling here because I lost my queen. My king is not very well sheltered, not very well protected. And my pieces are not doing very well either. So I'm gonna try and move these pieces toward more active squares. What's my knight doing?
It is just moving towards the center, my lady.
Uh-huh.
And attacking my bishop. But, my lady, I have a better way to deal with this. I shall move my queen, my lady. And I've caused a check, my lady.
Okay. The idea is good. We're gonna have to be careful about the execution.
Oh.
Can you notice?
Oh, wait, my lady. Can I go back on this, my lady?
Yes.
Is it possible? Okay.
Yeah. Can you tell us why do you prefer a different move? What was wrong with that queen check?
Because you can eat my bishop and I can eat your knight.
So if you move the queen here, you're worried that I'm gonna take the bishop.
Yes, my lady.
Is it the only piece I can take?
Oh my god, my lady. Why am I such a three-head, my lady? Oh my god, my lady.
It's
I
okay.
am so
It's
stupid,
been-
my
it's
lady.
been a long day.
Let me go back, my lady.
Yes, so this is difficult at the start when you're just starting out with chess. Knight moves are the most difficult to visualize, I think, because it's a strange shape. It goes in an L shape. No one
Yes,
understands
my
why.
lady.
It's strange. It's awkward. So we're gonna practice with the puzzles. I'm gonna show you in future sessions how we can use puzzles.
Okay, my lady.
Axel, you could play that move to guard the bishop if you want. Very good. And if you want to stick to your idea, because you had the right idea that my king is vulnerable on this file, right? I don't have anything in front of my king. Can you find a different way to give that check? Because your idea was the right one. You can attack me immediately if you want to.
Oof. Oof, my lady. Oof, my lady.
Which pieces of yours you think you could use on that file to give me a check?
A check, my lady?
Yes, how to give a check to that king.
A check, my lady. A check. A check, my lady.
I feel like I'm torturing you because it's been a long session and I know it's difficult all at once.
No,
Too
no,
much information.
no, my lady. I can take Adderall, my lady. This is nothing, my lady. A check, my lady, right now?
Yes, but without losing the queen. So your move was a check too. You already found one check, but we don't want to lose the queen. We don't want the horsey to take it.
You mean, wait, just this, my lady? You mean just that, my lady?
Excellent. Yeah, simple. Well done.
Oh.
Nicely done. So same idea, but we need to be careful about the execution. Every time before you make your move, you will need to try to see if your piece is safe on the square you have chosen. So before you move, because unfortunately in competition they will not let you take your moves back. We have to double check it before you make the move, and you'll need to think of this square, and you'll need to think whether is there anything wrong about that square for your queen, and when you know it's safe, you can make the move. So we're gonna go to this square because that's safe. Nicely done. I'm in check and I'm in trouble. I'm officially in even more trouble because my king is attacked. I don't have many squares. What are my options here, Miko?
My lady can move to h6, or my lady can move to f7.
Yep, those are my
In
only
my
options.
opinion, in my opinion, my lady should move to h6, where it is guarded by the knight. Wait, sorry. What the fuck? I'm sorry. I meant f7. I meant f7.
F7. It's more shelter there, right? It feels a bit
Sorry.
safer.
Oh my god. All these weird. Okay, f7, milady.
F7 it is. Very good job. In both cases, I have some issues with the rest of my pieces. Can you notice what you could do here to give you even more?
My knight.
Even more advantage for Miko. You're capturing all my pieces.
Yes, milady.
That's not very nice of you. I want to have some pieces too.
I am sorry, my lady, but your pieces are tasty and I am eating them all. They are like my pizza donut to me.
That makes perfect sense. What is your next threat? If it was your go again, what could you do?
I will eat your rook, my lady.
Amazing job. So I have to run. That rook is hanging. I need to go somewhere. I need to move it. I'm gonna move it here and hope for the best.
My lady. My lady. Interesting move, my lady.
Now what's next? What do you think you could do next? Let's come up with an idea here.
I want to move a piece, my lady.
That's a great idea. I think that's the plan.
I will move my piece right here, my lady.
Ooh, what does that do? What does that
That
mean?
makes the rook in danger. And it puts the bishop to danger. And the king wants to eat it, but they cannot because my queen is staring at it in the face.
Excellent.
Thus, you must choose between the bishop or the rook to move.
Mm-hmm. Very good job. You're attacking both of my pieces at the same time. Excellent. I'm
Make
gonna
a choice,
make...
my lady.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a choice. I'm gonna make a tricky move, and then I'll need you to think about this for a moment. What
lady.
happens if you capture the bishop? What do you think is my idea here, if I have any?
Then you will eat my knight, my lady.
One thing is I could eat the knight. Is there anything that happens? This is difficult at the start to visualize because what you see on the board is not what's going to be in the future on the board, right? So this is a move before. But we are talking about this knight jump, that the knight will go and capture the bishop. Can you see, look at the whole board, look at all the pieces. Is there anything else that I could capture if the knight goes and captures the bishop?
You can eat my rook.
Yes. And this is difficult to see before the move is made, and yet we will have to see it before the move is made because we can't take our move back. So this is what makes chess
And you will
more
cause
difficult.
a checkmate. Or no, a check. You'll cause a check.
Almost checkmate. You know about this checkmate? Did you...
No,
Wait.
I don't know what I'm talking about actually. What?
Okay, 5-head. Miko, I'm gonna modify the position to show you, but what you said is
Okay.
absolute 5-head. I unfortunately...
okay.
Wait, can I take back
Wait,
the...
what did
no.
I do? What happened?
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you
Okay.
real quick.
Okay.
So normally when you castle, there are 3 pawns in front of your king, right?
Yes.
Those are our bodyguards. But sometimes
Yes.
the bodyguards need to give a bit of space. You know, you want your privacy. You don't want them to be like constantly in your selfies and whatnot. So it's important that you have your bodyguards, but they need to give you some freedom. This king doesn't have too much freedom. Normally, imagine that bishop is a pawn. Normally it would be a pawn. The idea is when you have a rook or a queen going to the other side of the board where the king is, this is
Checkmate, my lady.
checkmate. Yep. It's checkmate because even though the bodyguards are there to help, they are suffocating the king in reality. You have nowhere to run because of the pawns and this bishop. So now the bishop is in the way too. But normally it would be the pawns, all those 3 pawns. That's why it's great that earlier in the game you push this pawn as if you knew that you will need a bit of room for the king. Because in our game, when you take this, you are not getting checkmated. You do lose the rook, but your king is not in checkmate because
I can move, my lady.
you can move it. So this is what we're gonna do in our games too, to always make sure. This is called the back rank and the back rank checkmate. This is called back rank checkmate when the pawn is here. So in our game it's not, but that's why it's amazing that you pushed that pawn earlier. You will not be checkmated.
My lady.
5-head, you played that move like 15 moves ago and it prevented checkmate now.
My lady, I feel like my chest muscles are growing. Thanks to thee, my lady.
You're doing
So
so
now-
well, Miko. I hope
Thank
your
you so
community
much.
realizes that you're absolute 5-head. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you, my lady. Thank you. For they have created this 5-head upon my head itself. I do really think they do realize the 5-head capabilities that I possess.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Amazing community. 5-head. Well done. So if you know, well, first of all, it's not that big of a trouble if you end up losing that piece. In your games, there will be moments when you win pieces, other moments maybe you miss something, but overall what we want is to make less mistakes than our opponents. You already are a queen up, so it's not the end of the world. If you miss the rook capture, you still are winning the game.
Excellent, my lady. What is the next move, my lady,
Well, I
that
mean,
you shall make?
I'm still in trouble, but I'm gonna try to capture that knight.
Oh, my lady.
So this is just to show that even after giving me the rook, you still are winning. I know that 5-head Miko could have also not given me the rook, but she's crushing it. Look at that move. What is it doing?
A 5-head, milady.
It's absolutely 5-head. Why is it a 5-head?
Because, milady, you want to take my bishop, milady, to protect yourself. But the thing is, if you take my bishop, milady, my queen will eat the king. And thus, the king only has a few options here.
Mm-hmm.
He must just move his fat ass out of the way.
Indeed. Where can I move it?
You can move it back, milady.
Yeah.
Or you can move it to F8.
I have very, very few options.
Or you can move to H6.
Mm-hmm.
Which one will you choose, my lady?
I'm gonna choose a couple of them, and in each scenario, I'm gonna want you to find how to continue or finish the game. Sometimes it will be closer the end than what you think. Can you find checkmate here? Amazing. That didn't take much time for you, lady.
Checkmate, my lady.
Checkmate it is. Can I capture the queen?
No, you cannot, my lady.
Unfortunately, I can't. This is checkmate. Well done. The bishop and the queen are giving me checkmate. Nice. I'm gonna try another square in case I have more luck.
Mm. 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 Mm.
There may not be checkmate always, so don't worry if you
Ah.
can't find one. But that's a great start. That's definitely a great start. I'm gonna try to run. I don't have many squares, but I'm gonna run away from that check. Excellent follow-up. I only have one square for my king. I have to step away. Would this move be checkmate? I don't want you to move it. I just want you to picture it. Try to visualize the queen there. Is that a good or a bad move?
It is a good move, and it is a checkmate, my lady.
Is it?
It is, yes.
Is it? Look at all the pieces, the full board.
Oh no, my lady! No, my lady! I go back, my lady!
We go back.
I go back, my lady! Ah.
Yeah, we will always need to be very careful, even when you're up material. You have an extra queen and that bishop and your pawn is promoting, so you're doing very well, but we have to be careful and make sure that our moves are safe. So always make sure that the square you go to is not attacked by the opponent's pieces.
Excellent, my lady. My lady, I will decide instead to go up, my lady.
Yep, that check makes sense. And that's a safe square, right? I cannot capture your queen. Very good. I'm gonna have to come here.
My lady, this is difficult. For
very difficult.
I'm not sure where to go, my lady. For the king has moved into positions that I cannot... that I just do not like, my lady. I will say that I actually will... I just want to eat this pawn, my lady.
Free stuff is always great. The more pieces you can capture, the better. And pawns are also important for that you can later have passed pawns. The more pawns you take, the more passed pawns you will have yourself.
True, my lady.
And that's another check. What happens if I go here? Can you find checkmate here? We're gonna be testing your checkmate pattern recognition. Let's find a checkmate here.
My lady, this is tricky, my lady.
It's difficult. Let's see if you can find... So checkmate is always
there's a checkmate, right? Here, my lady?
Yeah, but it's a complex one. It's more difficult to find this one because you need your pieces to coordinate in an optimal way, you need... Most of the times, the easiest is to give a checkmate with the queen, because the queen is the most powerful piece. It controls tons of squares.
I see
right?
it, my lady. I see
you
it.
You see it?
I see it, my lady.
Let's see which move you're thinking of.
I think I see it, my lady, but I am not 100% sure, my lady. Hold on, my lady.
Sure, do you
For
want
my
to draw
thinking
it?
cap.
If it helps to draw it, do you want to draw an arrow and see if your move makes sense?
My lady.
Oh, I think Miko has discovered something.
But my lady. My lady.
You can do
my
it,
lady.
Miko.
Hold on, my lady. My lady. My lady. I'm thinking, my lady.
I'm gonna wait for those brain cells to process all this information because I know it's a lot at once. But you can do it.
It's just one move. Which is one move that causes a checkmate?
Yes, but it's a difficult one. Because it needs collaboration between the queen and the pawn.
Lady.
Well done.
My lady.
Very good job.
The king has shit thyself.
Yes, they did. Well done. This is...
lady.
You know why it's difficult to see this type of checkmate at the start? It's difficult because the pawn is a weird piece. It goes forward, but it captures sideways. It's strange because you think of it as something that just goes straight forward in a straight line, right? It goes up one square, one square, one square, but it captures diagonally, which means that it is guarding the queen here. Well done.
Yes.
It cannot move. The pawn cannot move to that square, but it is guarding it.
Lady, my chess head has grown massive.
It has grown massive. I'm so proud of you.
I feel like I have learned so much, my lady.
I hope it does feel like that, and I will always help you, Miko. You always tell me how long you want the sessions because, again, I know it can be a lot of information at once. So you're the boss. You tell me how long you want the lessons. You tell me if you want to take a break before your next collaboration because I know that you're gonna be working on our 5S strategy of intimidating Ludwig and Moist Critical. That's our plan. It's part of our Pogchamps strategy.
I shall growl at them and talk about spaghetti.
Yes, you need to. So you let me know if you want me to teach you more, or will we schedule another session for some time when you are free?
My lady, I think I have hive mind. Let me just double check.
Yeah, you do. You let me know what time is your next game, and also if you want to take a break in between, if you still have time, that's totally fine. You have done so well. Indeed, do. Guys, do let me know what you think of Miko. She'll totally not look at the chat on both platforms. I want to know over at CodeMiko, and I want to know over here at my channel at AnnaChess. What do we think of Miko's skills? How did she do today?
Did I do good today? Guys, type 1 if you believe I have done good today. I have improved my skills.
I'll need to learn how to do those vote boxes because I always see it on your stream and I don't know how to do it.
Oh, my lady, with your chess 5 heads, it will take just a second. Okay, Miss Anna, I actually do need to go and do a quick a tech check.
Exactly, you do that and you let me know when you want to train next. I think you've done a lot, you've worked a lot, and I'm very proud of you. Absolute 5 head, my lady.
Thank you, my lady. All right, well, it looks like we're going to wrap up. Guys, this is Anna from Anna_chess. She is a chess master and my coach for Pogchamps 3. Please follow the lady. I will be be transitioning to high rank. Anna, I will keep you on my DMs. I will DM you very soon because I have had so much fun. I want to learn more about chess. You have blown my chess mind.
I can see it. I feel like that's what I want to achieve with all my students, but only with you. I can see it. I see it so well.
True. You can actually visualize.
Yes. Thank you so much for being such an amazing student. You have done so well. The games against Super were really fun, and then you did very well at the coaching session. I'm impressed. This was your second official chess lesson, and I feel like you literally are growing that 5 head, but in every possible sense. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you so much, Anna. I will see you later.
See you soon.
Bye.
Enjoy the game. Bye, everyone over at CodeMiko. Bye. I think there are participants that may not take any lessons. That's not the case of my students. You saw that Miko didn't want to stop the lesson. She just kept going. And I was like, this is going to be too much. You know, at some point it starts melting your brain, too much information. But she did so well. She did so well. And Pocky too. I only had one session with her, but Pocky constantly is playing games to then learn from it because she analyzes her games. She solves puzzles every single day. She watches videos on openings and other strategies that you can do at chess, mainly openings for now because we are focusing on how to develop the pieces and what piece placement to go for. But she watches videos, solves puzzles, and practices by playing games and then analyzing the games every single day. So just because you don't see her on a chess stream every day, it doesn't mean she's not doing the grind behind the scenes, because that's what she's doing. I know it very well because I'm in touch with her most of the days and she updates me on what's going on. And speaking of updates, she updated her profile. Oh, I've been kicked out by myself because I'm logged in so many places. But Pocky updated her profile the other day, as you guys noticed, some of you noticed, and I couldn't believe it. It's so cute. She's so sweet. She's got my flare there. The Anna heart next to her name. That's my emote. That's my little animation. You can choose on chess.com your flare. But there are so many options. And she chose mine because she said, you are my coach. I want to have it next to my name. She's too sweet. I know. I have amazing students. I'm very lucky. I'm working with the best of the best. Thank you so much for joining me for this coaching session with Miko. Miko is a fan of Pocky, so we are the girl squad here. But absolutely, both of them are doing so well. I'm so proud of them, and I'm so happy to be working with them. I want to do my very best to help them as much as I can, and I hope to be here for them whenever they need me. That's what my mission is for Pogchamps. We have a month. We have 1 month till Pogchamps. If you haven't seen the announcement, you can check it on chess.com. The announcement about Pogchamps and Blockchamps. Blockchamps is gonna be this Saturday. That's Alexandra and Andrea organizing a chess tournament for Minecraft streamers, and Pogchamps is the event I'm coaching for and I will be a commentator for. So it starts on February the 14th, but the months before, all this month, today is January the 14th, so we literally have 1 month. 1 month to get the participants ready. And that's why I started working with Pocky and now Miko as well. They are my first 2 students for the event. Do check out the rest of the field. You might recognize other faces. You might recognize other faces in the field. There's Miko with XQC and Ludwig. What a company, what a company. And this article has a couple of the other names too. There are so far 11 participants announced, and altogether there will be 16. You see Logic here, Michelle Carr, XQC, Moist Critical, Daniel Negrani, Miko there, Ludwig, Myth. All participants of Pogchamps 3, as well as Mr. Beast, Pocky you already know, and Rain Wilson. Look at this squad! Pogchamps 3 is gonna be even bigger than what you have seen so far, and Pogchamps 1 and 2 were a huge success. This is gonna be even bigger. Thank you so much for watching. This was streamed live on my Twitch channel where I stream full time, 5 days a week. Do catch us live next time or follow the highlights and the votes here on my YouTube channel. In either case, I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much again and bye for now. Until the next time.